Sarah Davis set to take the goal kick for Trinity, her first touch. She's had a pretty sensational season so far for TIU. Has been rock solid in goal, a couple of remarkable performances, including a 13-save clean sheet a couple of games ago in their draw here, a 0-0 draw against Lawrence Tech. Here's the throw in for Judson. Looking for an opportunity into the corner is Barkman. She'll play it back for Susan Kirsch, who lobs it in. And the Trojans clear it out of danger, as that one kind of just sat in the box for a moment, but Micah Wassink getting it out of there. We're having issues with the sound moments ago, so just to set the table on this one, Trinity 1-4-1 on the season. They just beat Indiana Northwest 1-0 for their first victory of the campaign, that on the strength of a Sarah Crick goal. Now attempting the shot on goal here is Alondra Blanco, but it is stuffed and will result in the TIU goal kick. The Eagles of Judson are off to a nice start this season. They're 4-2, including 2-0 in conference play. TIU will turn to the freshman Crick, who's now scored in 2 consecutive games for them, as well as their established goal scorers, Abigail Olson, who scored 12 last year, and Peyton Siragusa, who put 6 goals home last season, to try to get them the victory on this cloudy afternoon here at Shartner Field. This one lobbed down the sideline, looking for Crick. Will be another Trojan throw set to be taken by Micah Wassink. A lot of the Trojan defenders, such as Wassink and Zoe Vian, have been very involved early in this season. Morgan Busick, with a lot of the pressure and a lot of the great teams that the Trojans have been playing, their defense has been called on early and often this season, but often with solid results. Here's the header by Olsen as the Trojans try to settle it down and get their first attacking opportunity of the day. Coming away with it, Busick with some pressure. Checked off the ball there by Marcius. On the sideline, but staying in despite the contest from Olsen. And retreating to play it out of danger is Viant. So Judson trying to bring the pressure early, looking to build on their impressive start to the campaign. Nice moves there from Alex Wozniak, and it's into the box, but TIU with Kinsey Gomez on the case. Here's a shot, and Sarah Davis handling her first chance of the day. Not sure if that was going to be on goal, but certainly no reason to take a chance there. A great effort by Davis to corral it pretty cleanly and cover a lot of ground in the air. Here's the punt by Davis, hitting the ground and being headed forward as Judson will try to possess it. Good pressure and coming away with it momentarily, Madeline Stacy, but Judson wins it back. Now a ball in, looking for Alondra Blanco with a chance, but she chops it over the net. So another strong opportunity for the Eagles as they're bringing the heat early in this one. Sarah Davis, the senior keeper, will show off her right leg again. She'll blast the goal kick down the right side. Headed forward, trying to get there first is Busick. A crowd of both jerseys here. Now an opportunity, but Busick handles it nicely. Mariah Marcius trying to put that one on goal, but being foiled for Judson. Now up the sideline, this one's played through to Crick, who's scored in each of the last 2 games. She gets it back to Siragusa. Siragusa with a little bit of time and space here, now turning it on Siragusa. Looking for the corner, and Olsen. Olsen trying to shove it across, but her effort is foiled by Yetsamani Solis. So TIU took a punch from Judson, who came in hot in the early going here, but they are bringing that pressure right back, returning the favor here on the offensive end. Here's a cross in now, but too far and wide, and Elizabeth Bayert going to try to be the first one to it. She does, to prevent a Judson run out, just chipping that one out of play. So no score here early. Just under 40 minutes remaining here in half number one. This one played toward the middle. Viant stepping up with it. Threading the pass through to Siragusa. Siragusa with room to roam. Trying to get it into the box, but it is batted down there. Retreating with it is Micah Wasink. She'll play it to Busick. Busick, a right-footed roller to Siragusa, who was taken down, but no call. Now Kelly Leon with it, being hounded by Busick, and here comes Judson trying to thread it through to Blanco. But Bayard back on the defensive effort, and Kinsey Gomez there to clean it up. Headed back in, stepping up and rejecting it once more is Zoe Vian. The Trojan defense holding firm here early despite several Judson chances. They will not let the Eagles get in deep. And now here comes Stacy, playing it out to Siragusa. She's got a run to retrieve it, but she's got a little time. Breaking down a defender is Siragusa. She's got some speed down the left sideline. Finding Olsen, and it just slips past Olsen, the leading scorer of a year ago. Now this one picked up by Marcius. And a nice play on the ball by Morgan Busick. She's shoved down after taking possession and wins a free kick for TIU.
Judson is receiving votes nationally.
Now this one curving out the side. Throw in. Intercepted by Judson, but mishandled for another Trojan throw. Now this one tossed into the corner, looking for Crick, who is on it, but has it wrested away as Judson plays it toward the middle. Now out toward the sideline, and a nice effort by Siragusa to win it back for the Trojans, but the whistle blows. So I believe we will see a Trojan free kick. Judson, with their 4-2 start, they've played quality competition as well. They've been receiving votes on a national scale. So they are certainly a very tough opponent for TIU today. TIU in the whites today, Judson in those dark blues. Here's this one put in by Gomez. Good ball, but handled aggressively by Morgan Olsen, the keeper for Judson, getting her first touch of the afternoon and holding true. She'll roll it out quickly and up the sideline, Marcius. Marcius with speed. Busick is hustling after her. Busick finally catching up and forcing the pass over to Blanco. Blanco's been all over for Judson early on. Judson trying to work their way in, but it is cleared on out. Good defensive effort by Elizabeth Bayert, and a second effort by Bayert will clear it all the way back down. Judson is stringing together a lot of solid passes, but the Trojans hanging back on their back line and have made a lot of nice defensive plays to repel the Eagles' effort. Now here's an effort hooked in for Marcius. Marcius with some speed, one-on-one with Crick, or rather with Davis. And good defensive effort by Micah Wasink to recover and get on that. So a dangerous chance for TIU, but it was at a sharp angle. Wasink using just some subtle tactics on the defensive end, as even though she was beat on that effort by Marcius, she was just able to force Marcius toward the end line, using that line as almost like an extra defender and forcing a sharp angle for her to attempt to take the shot on goal. Smart play by Wasink to keep the score 0-0. Now Siragusa with it out of the scuffle, looking for options. chops it toward the middle, but Judson's going to pick it off. There's Tassela Barkman. Barkman dropping it off for Blanco once again. Blanco belting it way too far. Not sure if that was a cross or a shot, but either way, there was nobody home as it caroms off into the bushes. So another goal kick for Sarah Davis, who has the one nice save in this contest, so Judson's generated a lot of pressure. She'll slap it on down. Battle for it. Stacy emerging with it. Trying to fork her way forward here, and she's fouled, which should be a Trojan free kick just past the midfield stripe. So TIU against a very solid Judson squad, certainly holding their own in the early going here. They faced a remarkable amount of quality competition, perhaps explaining the team's subpar record at the moment. But anybody associated with this program will tell you there's certainly better things to come. And the fact that they are showing once again that they can compete with another quality opponent, a really promising sign. Now Busick plays it out wide to Olsen. Olsen into the box, looking for Crick, and just getting it away, the goalkeeper there. And now out the back line, Crick very nearly had a second effort. Morgan Olsen, the goalkeeper in red for Judson, was pretty hesitant with that effort there. But it was just enough and just in time to foil Crick of a goal in her third consecutive appearance. Battle down the sideline, and the Trojans win the throw. So TIU applying some pressure. Down the sideline. Busick will dump it on into the corner, but nobody home as Morgan Olsen will come off and handle that for Judson. So nearly a quarter hour played on an overcast afternoon here at Shartner. And no goals for either side so far. Doesn't mean there hasn't been action. Both teams with a couple of great opportunities here. Now stepping in front was Bayert. She's given a nice effort here for TIU on the defensive end especially. Now trying to find some penetration is Kelly Leon down the sideline. Gets it away to Barkman, but the pestering Trojan defense keeping it out for the moment. Now toward the middle. The Trojans communicating, and will let Kinsey Gomez handle it. Now this one belted in on goal, but fairly comfortable on the little bounder for Sarah Davis. So Judson a little undisciplined a couple of times here, perhaps frustrated by the consistent steadfastness of the Trojan defense, as they've tried to loft in a couple of deep shots in recent minutes, which really don't have a lot of opportunity, especially when you've got a standout goalkeeper like Sarah Davis in goal. It's going to take a lot of quality chances if you're going to try to put anything past her today. Siragusa on the ball. Now back to Wasink. Wasink with some pressure on, and here's a run out for Alondra Blanco. She'll play it through to Marcius into the corner. Good recovery by Wasink. Wasink still hounding her and forcing the errant pass. So again, good recovery by Wasink. Here comes Morgan Busick for the Trojans. Trying to scoot it through, but not enough on the pass. Intercepted by Judson. Looking for a quick give and go here, but it's foiled as Kinsey Gomez, the Trojan veteran, in the right place at the right time to take it back for the white shirts. Now Crick fighting for it. Gets it back to Siragusa. Siragusa stepping free and chopping it on down, but the run wasn't there quite yet from Crick from that striker position. And Morgan Olsen gobbles it up again. Now the goal kick handled off the forehead of Vian, but a little too much juice on it. Now this one tossed in down the sideline. The Trojans swarming, and they take it away. It's Siragusa with it. Busick hooking the pass in there to Stacy. The Trojans threading a few passes together now, looking for an opportunity, but Stacy's effort is deflected. Now down the sideline, looking for Alondra Blanco is Judson, but Zoe Viant will clear it out of danger. Couple of substitutions for the first time today, as the Trojans will send in the sophomore midfielder Emily Soriaga, giving a rest to Sydney Matthews, the Trojan starter. Now here's a ball into the box. Gomez calmly trying to handle it, but Judson keeps it alive, having to turn away, however. Now this one into the box, a dangerous opportunity, perhaps the white shirt swarming. Here's a sharp angled shot and a nice save by Sarah Davis. That was a dangerous ball in. It may have caromed off a Judson offensive player out in front, but great awareness by Sarah Davis to snatch that out of the air, as she's been tested a couple of times today and has managed to keep the Eagles off the board. Now another one dumped in for Davis. Tough short hopper, but she's able to handle it. Concedes the rebound, but knowing that there's nobody out in front, an intelligent play by Davis to just get down and block that thing. Especially as the season goes on and that area out in front of goal gets more and more chopped up. You cannot take anything for granted on anything bounding into the box with any sort of velocity to it. Now the Trojans looking for Crick. Crick battling for it out in front. There's Soriaga getting to it. Playing it to Siragusa, trying to shed her defender, but unable to do so. Plays it back to Viant. Gomez. A little bit of lightning out in the background, but the Storms, I'm told, for the moment, are still a ways away. So not a lot of concern for the moment as the game continues here at Shartner. Now a nice pass through, but it was deflected and never quite made it to the intended target, Siragusa. Instead, it will be a throw. Crick with it, playing it back to Elizabeth Bayert. Now Busick trying to hook up with Olsen. Olsen battling for it, but outnumbered by the blue shirts. Still fighting, though. Olsen, a valiant effort in the corner, as she eventually will have it taken away, but a great effort, great individual effort by Olsen, taking on three blue shirts deep in that left corner. Now nifty moves here from Kelly Leone as she tries to start the break for the Eagles. But Soriaga with a good defensive stand, forcing it wide to Blanco. Blanco into the box, put down by Bayert and cleared out by Kinsey Gomez. So a nice tag team effort in the box as Bayert's ball that was chested down appeared to be in a dangerous area until Gomez cleared it out promptly for the Trojans. This one played down the sideline. Blanco hustling after it, but Wasink's going to get there first. Wasink has it taken away by Blanco. Blanco forcing it in there. Could this be a chance for Judson? Not a very good one, as it's saved easily by Sarah Davis. That was a nice ball in from Blanco, but Alex Warezniak was not able to get too much on the shot, and the bounder easily saved by Sarah. Now here's Olsen with time and a little bit of space to work. Now a defender on her, still handling it and playing it back to Wasink, who will hammer it in. Wasink looking for Crick, but not quite enough on it. Now this one down the sideline. Aggressive pursuit by Wasink. She's been battling Blanco all afternoon down that left sideline. Now here's Warezniak, who had the effort on goal moments ago. Trying to make something of it here. Good ball in. A quick touch and a shot on goal. What a save by Sarah Davis. A quality chance there for Judson, as that was the substitute, Maria Artiolito, with a brilliant maneuver to shake free in the box. But Sarah Davis with the answer once more, full extension, for another terrific save to keep Judson off the scoreboard. It's really been a balanced effort for TIU to keep Judson scoreless. They've created some quality chances and have applied the philosophy that sometimes the best defense is a good offense, as when you handle the ball, the other team is not able to handle it simultaneously. So they've been able to keep it out of Judson's hands a little bit that way, but even when Judson has possessed, the Trojan defenders have done a great job getting it out of imminent danger. And when they've been unable to do so, Sarah Davis has bailed them out with a couple of terrific saves in this one. No score here. Now here's Blanco trying to get it through to a teammate now as the Trojans take it away. Up the sideline as they'll try to step free and create an opportunity here. It's scooted on to Crick. Crick reversing field, looking for Olsen. Olsen trying to cut to the inside, but a good defensive effort there by Yetsmani Solis. Now Blanco going against Vian, and Vian gets there in time. Now the throw for Solis. Getting it to Borisniak. Now, good defense there by Kinsey Gomez, who's been clutch on a couple occasions here. Sarah Davis will step in and handle this bounder easily. Just over 20 minutes remaining here in half number one. And the Trojan defense holding firm against a high-powered Judson side. Now Siragusa over to Olsen. A nice effort by Olsen to get it away to Siragusa. Siragusa reversing field looking for Stacy, who hits the ground but still manages to get it away to Soriaga. Soriaga stepping through into the box from Soriaga, but it will be headed out by Judson, just missing her intended target in there. Stacy coming away with it, though. Plays it back to Bayard. The Trojan offense is hounding the Judson goal crease here. Trying to break the ice here on the score sheet for TIU. Here's the Trojan throw. Looking to find Crick, but it's headed on out. Borisniak trying to come away with it, but Morgan Busick emerges with the ball. Busick, a little stop and go, gets it to Soriaga, who punches it through on the ground for Stacy. Stacy getting it free to Siragusa, but she is swarmed by several blue jerseys, and Judson comes away with it. Now Judson trying to get it going the other way, but Olsen and Wasink having nothing of it. Coming out, Morgan Olsen, miscommunication now. Crick with the goaltender out of her crease, was unable to get it away. Now Madeline Stacy will have a go at goal and just missed that as it lands on top of the net. A great effort from Madeline Stacy, knowing that the goalkeeper, Morgan Olsen, was still retreating back to her line. And she just missed the upper 90 on the left side there with a brilliant strike. And it's a game of inches as that one just landing on top of the twine there. Those miscues can really be a huge deal in a sport that is decided by so few impactful plays on occasion. Especially when you're going against a quality team like Judson, you've got to take advantage of those. So that was a great effort by Stacy and the Trojans. And a terrific kick from Madeline Stacy, just barely missing her target for what would have been a sensational long-range strike. Now miscommunication on the run to Crick, and Judson comes away with it. Punching it through to the middle is Judson. Now out wide where Siragusa will get there first for the Trojans. No score here. The Trojans taking on a really talented Judson side, looking to get their season started up in earnest. Trojans just 1-4-1 so far, but playing some really quality competition and getting their first win their last time out. They're really starting to feel themselves a bit, and they get a tough test once more against a Judson team that's 4-2, 2-0 in conference, and has received votes for national rankings. They've held firm so far, 0-0 in this one. Looking to find Crick here, but intercepted by the Judson Eagles. Turning up the sideline is Ashley Portell. Portell harassed by Bayert, who's able to kick it away and give the Trojans a chance to breathe. Now Judson back on it, connecting a couple of passes here. Trying to work free, but harassed off the ball was Kelly Leone. Judson maintaining possession. This pass through, stepping in to grab it. And now a dangerous ball into the box. Davis coming out, but this one is in. And it's 1-0 to Judson. A ball that bounded around and found its way to a dangerous area. And Kelly Leone strikes for Judson. They get on the board. So it's 1-0 to the Eagles, and tough luck as that one just bounding around in the box and finding its way into a dead zone where Leone was just the first player to pounce on it. Sarah Davis did the right thing, coming out, trying to take up as much space as possible and forcing Leone to act quickly, but the sophomore kept her calm and managed to put the biscuit in the basket there to give a 1-0 lead to Judson. Now this pass intercepted by the Eagles as they'll try to continue to pursue here. Good work by Wasink, getting it ahead to Crick. Connecting a couple of passes here is TIU, but this one just off the right foot of Olsen. How do we get the goal on the board here? Now a battle down the sideline, and I believe a Trinity throw, or a foul rather. So a free kick just down the sideline will be taken by Zoe Vian, who has stepped up defensively in a big way for the Trojans many times this season. She hooks this free kick a little bit out of play, however. Now Abigail Olsen stepping onto it. Crick pressured and has it taken away as the Trojans were looking for a run there. Judson trying to hook up on the pass, but Elizabeth Bayert getting it out of harm's way. Bayert's been covering a lot of ground on the defensive end for TIU. Now Judson back in possession of it. With some time and space, trying to force it down. This one caroms off of Wasink, and Vian didn't get her best kickoff, but it was enough to get it out of danger for the moment. Now the Trojans threading a few passes through, but too much juice on this one, and it'll be a Judson throw down the far sideline. Rolled in on the throw in. Put down the left sideline. Now trying to find the middle is Judson, but Siragusa steps in. Now the Trojans playing it up to Crick, looking to score in her third consecutive game. the Trojans with some steam. Here comes Siragusa. Siragusa stepping past the defender, trying to make something happen, but it's into the Judson wall and will be corralled fairly easily by the goalkeeper, Morgan Olson. So nice to see the Trojan attack starting to pick up steam here. They had a couple of chances here early. And another quality effort on the run out, as Siragusa tried to get it on goal, but was unable quite to do so. Now here's Artiolita. Has it played out by Wasink. Wasink, Vian, Bayer, they've been putting in a shift for the Trojans on that back line against a relentless Judson offense. Here's Leon, the goal scorer today. Playing it forward. Judson just very efficient on those passes here. Now, Judson stepping away with it. A good effort, though, by Siragusa to just get a foot in there and force the weaker shot, gobbled up by Davis. While Rizniak with another shot attempt, but she hasn't been able to get too much steam on either of her efforts so far today. The sun poking through the clouds just a little bit, but it's a pretty dreary afternoon, a little bit ominous, in fact, here at Shartner Field. Dark clouds spread across the sky. A few flashes of lightning even in the far background as Gomez is wrestled down. No call here. Judson leading 1-0 here in this contest. But TIU has had their fair share of opportunities and some great defensive plays, a couple of nice saves by Sarah Davis, and they're very much in the thick of it here. This one played through to Olsen in the corner, but it slides on out of the confines of the field of play. It'll be a goal kick as Judson making a substitution here. Bringing on Ottman Radigan, a junior from Waynesboro in Virginia. Here comes the goal kick. Will be taken by Stephanie Naskrent for Judson. Sarah Davis will take the vast majority of her goal kicks for the Trojans, but not all goalies have got the strongest leg on their squad, so sometimes you've got to mix it up a little bit, as Judson does here. Now trying to create an opportunity. This one's played out wide to the newcomer here. She's hounded by Wasink. Good effort by Wasink, but this one dangerously into the box. Judson trying to get it on goal, but into a thicket of bodies as the Trojans fend off the attempt there. Now here's another one chopped on goal, but wide of the frame, in fact, as Sarah Davis wisely letting it go as it harmlessly bounces out. Maria Artiolito is down in the box. She's now back on her feet. She's been a thorn in the Trojan side so far in this one, creating a couple of quality chances for Judson. Davis taking that goal kick down the right side. Judson intercepting it. Just over 10 minutes remaining here in half number one. It's Judson 1 and the Trojans nothing so far. This one carrying out on the Gomez attempt for a Trojan throw. Gomez winds up and slings it down the middle, looking for Soriaga. Judson intercepting, but Wasink returning the favor here, trying to play it to Olsen. But Judson coming away with it. Good feet from Peyton Siragusa as she will steal it away for Trinity. Now nifty footwork down the sideline as she nearly shook her defender, but they give the throw to Judson here. Nice individual effort by Siragusa. But all for naught, at least in the short term. Peyton undeterred, stepping right back in to take it away for the white shirts of Trinity. Wasink lofting it through. But Judson stepping in. Contested by the midfield stripe, and now it's intercepted by Busick. She threads it through to hit Siragusa, but that pass just slightly defended by Rafaela Ornelas. Busick coming away with it. Out wide for Stacy. Threads a nice pass through to Crick. Now here's Stacy looking to get into the box. Fires it into a defender for Judson, but a great chance for the Trojans, as they will earn themselves a corner kick. Madeline Stacy showing some juice on the offensive end here. She had that terrific long-range shot with the keeper retreating that just missed a little bit high of the net. In fact, landing on top of the net.
Lightning delay.
And folks, now the officials conferring, and this match is going to be under a lightning delay. Not sure any of the flashes that we've seen are anywhere near to the field of play here at Chartner Field, but unfortunately they are going to decide to put a halt on this contest. So definitely a frustrating development for both sides here.
Morgan, are you guys going to try and finish it?
If you're just joining us, it is 1-0. The Trojans are
Julie, does it look like it's
trailing Judson University on a goal by Kelly Leone. But the Trojans have really showed a lot of great effort. And unfortunately, this one is now officially under delay.
It's a half-hour delay, and we're going to try to come back out and play.
The delay will be a minimum of a half an hour, though the plan is still to get this one in. But it will be a minimum of a half-hour delay. Of course, that is going to depend on whether or not there is more lightning in the area. But the goal still is to finish this thing off. We're going to have to wait at least a half an hour, and hopefully we'll return to play out here. But until then, we'll have to sign off, and hopefully we're able to get the rest of the action in. It is currently the Judson Eagles 1 and the Trojans 0. 9:02 remaining in that first half, as we'll try to wait out this lightning delay. What's the one that's the mute for the microphone? Is it just this one here? Yeah.